everybody. Welcome to another episode of Make Do. I'm Delanie with Craftsman and Apprentice, and we are going to be doing one of my favorite projects today. We're going to be making our own rag dolls. The coolest thing about this is that all you need is a little bit of scrap fabric and a pair of scissors. So if you want to gather that up, go ahead and come on back. Thanks. There's a couple of reasons I love rag dolls. Number one, they are one of the oldest toys recorded in human history. For thousands of years, kids all over the world have been making and creating these little tiny people out of whatever they could find. It could have been plant material like corn husks or scrap fabric and leftover textiles. Why do you think kids make toys like that? Because kids are lovers and they want something to snuggle and love and hold on to. And I think that's a beautiful thing, especially right now when we might be feeling a little bit scared or worried. The other cool thing, and I wanted to share, is that sometimes, where'd she go? She's hiding. I want to tell you about this one specific tradition that I really love and I know was important to me when I was a kid. In Guatemala, there's a tradition called worry dolls. And they're these tiny little dolls. They can be really, really itty bitty, up to about 2 inches big. And they were made and given to children who maybe before bed were feeling a little bit afraid or a little bit worried. And what you do is you take your little worry doll, sometimes they come in a cool little box, and you whisper, and you tell it all of your worries and secrets. Then you put it under your pillow at night, and the worry doll takes your worries away. My mom gave those to me when I was about 7 or 8, and they really helped. And my son Wyatt has them now, and I know that he's been using them each night. So you can make your own worry dolls, or you could just make your own rag dolls to play with. Are you ready to get started? All right, friends, we're gonna make this little guy first. And what you're gonna need for that is you are going to need one piece of fabric that is about, remember, none of this has to be exact, about 4 inches by 18 inches. Okay, that's going to be your whole body. You're going to need a little bit of a smaller piece. It could be about 3.5 by 12. That's going to be the dress of your rag doll. Then you are going to need probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3, maybe 5 strips of fabric, preferably the same color as your body. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make your rag doll's arms. So you're going to take 3 of those strips of fabric. They could be about 12 inches long, maybe a little bit longer. I'm going to tie a knot at the top. I'm going to tie them all together. If you have a bit of tape, that's helpful, but not totally necessary because we are going to braid the arms of our rag doll. If you've never braided before or this feels like it's going to be a little bit tricky, I bet someone in your house knows how to braid. But to braid, you have 3 strands. You go from one side over the middle. Then that strand's in the middle. Then you go over the strand in the middle. Over one strand in the middle. Over, over, over. Braiding is one of those things that feels hard at first, but then when you get the hang of it, you can just go, go, go. So remember, you're going to take one string over the center, then the other hand, one over the center. And we're just going to keep cooking along. You can also use these braided strips to make the belt for your rag doll, or you could add hair. Really, it's up to you. I'm showing you the most simple way to make them, but as always, you take it from here. You add your own embellishments and interests. Traditionally, the rag dolls don't have faces, but I know some of my other students that have made these in the past sewed button eyes on or stitched a little mouth on. If you have a needle and thread, that could be really fun. So once you get close to the end, you're going to do the same thing you did at the front, which is just an over, around, and through knot. Okay, I'm going to put that to the side, and I'm going to start building my person. So I'm going to find the middle of this strip of fabric, kind of figure out where that goes. Then I'm just gonna use scrap fabric as the filling just because I can make do with what I have. But if you have filling or cotton balls or anything fluffy and fuzzy, you can put that inside your rag doll as well. Just anything that's gonna make it fill the space a little bit. So I'm gonna put that bundle in there, fold this over. Then I'm gonna make sure that these edges fold down into my hand. Okay. So now I have sort of a ghost. Tie my rag doll's arms around the neck. Okay. So right now what it looks like I have is kind of a funny looking ghost. And I'm just going to try and flatten out some of that fabric. Okay, next I'm going to make the dress. So I have my other rectangle of fabric here. I'm going to fold it in half. Then I'm going to fold it in half again so that I have just a little piece right here. Now I'm just going to cut a touch off. And then when I open it up, I'm gonna have a little bit of a hole. Can you see that hole? Yeah. Now, I'm gonna feed my doll's head through the hole. You want the hole to be just big enough to get over the doll's head, otherwise your dress will fall off. Okay. So, there we go. Next up, I'm gonna stuff the tummy. Find some more of this fabric or whatever you're laying around, ball it up. Gonna put it in his belly. I need one more strip. So this is where you could have another braided strip or another color, really whatever you want. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take another strip of fabric and I'm gonna tie it over, around and through, around the belly of my rag doll, just making sure that I get all that filling to stick inside. Okay. I'm going to make sure that I double knot. Okay. Then I'm going to trim these guys off. Okay. So now I'm going to look at my rag doll and I'm going to make sure that it's the size I want. So that means I'm going to trim off any extra fabric at the bottom, but you could leave it long if you want to. Can you see my guy? So the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to make a little bonnet or head covering for this one. So maybe we'll do a third fabric because we've got some here. I'm going to make a little square of fabric. If I fold it over into a triangle shape, I can get a little square shape. So I'm going to fold that again. I'm going to put it around her head. Now, if you have a larger piece of fabric, you can definitely just tie it on in the back. But sometimes I've also found that you can just use another scrap piece of fabric and tie it around here. Or I even made this one wearing a mask because we're all supposed to wear masks when we go outside. So maybe this helps make us feel a little bit more normal about it when we turn it into a plaything. So, braided arms, stuffed tummy, you have your rag doll. Now, this one wants a buddy and wants its own worry doll. So I'm going to show you how to make that one. Okay. So, but before I show you the teeny tiny one, look, I made this one. All I did was make everything half as big. And I didn't braid the arms. I just used a strip. So we'll show you how to make these teeny tiny ones too. Okay, so let's do a little bit of a lighter fabric. I need that rectangle strip again, my tiny guy. I need a little bit of something to fill the head. Now, it gets a little tricky when you're making something so tiny, but we can do it. We're gonna make those strips, but they need to be small, almost like string. That'll make it easier. And we're just gonna use 2 of them. So I have my head. And for these teeny tiny ones too, you could make the arms out of pipe cleaners if you wanted to make them a little bit more movable, or even yarn. So I have my little ghost arms. And then I'm going to make a dress just like I did before. So, what fabric should we use? I'll make it this blue so that you can really see it. I'm gonna make it tiny. Don't forget that we gotta make the little head part. I'm gonna squeeze this guy through. And then I bet you can guess what we're gonna do next. We're gonna give him a little bit of a belt. Scissors are so loud in this quiet shop. Okay. You could challenge yourself here to make the tiniest doll that you can think of, or that you think you can make with your little hands. I feel like the smaller you try and make them, the harder they get to make, but I know everybody's different, and I know a lot of you are really good at making teeny tiny things. So I would love to see how small you can make them. This one ended up quite a bit bigger than my other one. Now I could add the hair to it. I could make it even smaller, or I could keep going and make big ones. But right now, you have everything that you need to make rag dolls at home, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. Send me pictures, send me videos, ask me questions at Craftsman and Apprentice or Delanie at craftsmanandapprentice.com, and I will see you next week.